Okay, so I just wanted to share this really cool thing that happened today. All right, I live in Florida, and we have a lot of lizards that are just normal, running around in your everyday life. If you're a Floridian, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I have a cat. Some of you are familiar with my little Luna tick. And today she cornered a lizard that got into the house. Now, oh, I respect nature and the circle of life and, survival of the fittest and all those things. Yet, me as a person individually, I can't stand killing. I cannot stand it, whether it's between animals in nature or human beings or even somebody smushing a bug in their house. Like, I can't stand killing and suffering. I hate it. I loathe it. So, with that being said, I love my cat. I get it. I realize that's in her nature as a cat is to chase a lizard. So, this lizard, who was a male, I'll let you know, because his throat, I don't know, whatever you call them, those colorful things that come out of their throat, that's a male. And that's how they signify to females, like, look at me, I'm masculine, you want to mate with me. And like, the more colorful and the bigger their throat thingamajig is, the more attractive they are to the females. So the sad thing was, when I found Luna, I was looking for her, and she's like a dog. She's literally my cat dog. So when I come in the front door, which is what I did, I came back from the store, she runs up to the front door like a panting dog. And when she doesn't, I know something's up. Oh, wonder what's going on there. Definitely a jet. Anyways, so I went looking for Luna, and she's under my bed. And the last time she was under my bed, she also had a lizard. So I knew, okay, what do you have? And sure enough, it was this lizard, who was a male, because his throat, I should have looked up the word before I did this video, but I did not, because nothing is scripted here. So whatever that protruding, colorful thing is from the male's neck, that was out. It was, shown, revealed. But yet I looked at his chest and he was still breathing. But she had gotten a little portion of his tail. I noticed that. So I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh my God, I can't. What do I do? Like, how do you save a lizard who's literally like 4 inches in length and maybe an inch in height? So I thought, okay, what are the nutrients of life? Air, water, sunlight. That's your basic building blocks. So I took him and I scooped with my finger out a little bit of the soil in this aloe plant that I have planted in the backyard. And I just laid him in the little shallow grave, if you will, that I dug for him. And I covered him up with a little bit of soil just to keep him warm, because I know that reptiles like to be warm. Living in Florida most of my whole life, and then learning about lizards and geckos and iguanas and frogs and amphibians, you learn what kind of habitat they like. So I dug that little spot for him in the pot, which I had my aloe plant in. And then I put a little bit of the soil over him like a blanket up to about here. And then I got some water and I watered the aloe plant, but not like pouring the water where I drowned him or anything. I poured it very, very slowly to where I dampened the soil around him. And then I saw the moisture creeping into the soil that I had semi-buried him in, so that way he could get some moisture. I didn't know. I don't know if reptiles absorb moisture fully through their tongues by drinking it or through their skin. So I thought, okay, he's probably in shock. Let me just get some water. And I took a drop of water and I just touched his little snout area so that there was a droplet of water right there if he wanted to take a drink, like, And anyways, his throat thing was protruding out. So when Luna had got him, which of course she chases everything, even shadows, which is her job, and that's why I can't get mad at her. She is a spiritual guardian, if you will, a black cat protector. So it's in her nature to ward off any entities that come near her mom, whether they be physical, ethereal. Okay? So this poor thing was eyes closed and I could see its chest rising and falling. So I finally took it out of the planter after a couple of minutes. I thought, let me allow it to absorb some soil, some sunlight, some water, and some nutrients from the earth. Maybe that'll make it feel comfortable. Like, what do I know about a lizard's life, except trying to save it here. So what I did notice is when I poured some more drops of water in the pot, he started breathing and his eyes blinked. And I was like, oh, you're alive, okay? I was like, yes. So then I took him out of the soil and I literally put him right here in my cleavage because I'm wearing some very powerfully protective, cleansing, energetic crystals, and the warmth of my bosom. I don't want to sound like a Karen, but in this respect, that's exactly what I needed to be, was like a nurturing mom with a baby in its bosom. So that's what I did. And I also have some obsidian. So I thought the balance of these two energies would be great, plus the warmth being right in here. And then I was just kind of petting him on his head, and I blessed him in his next incarnation in case he didn't make it in this life. And I swear to you, lo and behold, the next thing I felt after about 20 minutes or so was, and he was crawling around in my bra. So he's living. I let him out in the backyard, and I wish that little guy all the happiness and blessings. But, you know, nature has instincts and survival of the fittest, but it also has the good Samaritans who, if we choose to be, can help when it's least expected and in the strangest of ways. Much love, everybody.